Good evening. The City Council and the Local Redevelopment Authority Board meetings are now in session for the City of Riverbank. Today is October 24th, 2023, 6 p.m. Please rise. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
God, in justice and mercy, thank you for the gift of this and the opportunity for this leadership to serve the people of our city. Help each to act with character and conviction. Help them to listen with understanding and goodwill. Help each to speak with clarity and resistance. Give them a spirit of service. Remind each that we are stewards of your authority. Guide them to be the leaders your people need. Help them see the humility and dignity of those who disagree with them and to reference your creative disservice. And finally, Father, renew each with his strength of your presence and the joy of helping to build a community worthy of the human person. We ask this as your leaders are confident in your goodness and love. Dear Lord, I pray that you guide each always satisfy the needs that need to be met this day. Amen.
Please be seated. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Uribe,
Here.
Councilmember Jones Cruz,
Here.
Councilmember Barbara Martinez,
Here.
Vice Mayor Hernandez,
Here.
Mayor O'Brien.
Here. There'll be no agenda changes. Any council authority member or staff who has a direct conflict of interest on any scheduled agenda item to be considered is to declare their conflict at this time. Saying none, we'll go directly to presentations. Riverbank representative update by Consolidated Fire Protection District Board member, Director Charles E. Neal. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. The Consolidated Fire Protection District updates. We are updating immediate and impact for study with the City of Riverbank, City of Waterford, and Stanislaus County. We're recruiting for a deputy fire chief. 4 or 5 firefighters started the academy on November 21st. New fire engine on order from High Tech Fire Apparatus out of Oakdale, set to be completed late summer of 2024. Just completed Fire Prevention Week, and we have visited over 1,500 students to teach fire safety skills like stop, drop, and roll, and then call 911. Is there any questions you'd like to ask? Comments?
Yeah, I'll make a comment. I remember when I was a young child, they had fire districts, and they taught us in October the fire safety, but there wasn't a 911. We couldn't count that high.
Oh,
Charles, what's the plan for the old fire engine?
Martin,
What's the plan for the old fire engine?
we'll keep it on hand.
Okay.
Or emergencies in case one of them goes out or something.
Let's keep it in rotation. Got it. Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir. Okay, we move on to public comments. At this time, members of the public may comment on any item not appearing on the agenda within the subject matter jurisdiction of the City Council LRA Board. Individual comments will be limited to a maximum of 3 minutes. And time cannot be yielded to another person. Under state law, matters presented during public comment period cannot be discussed or acted upon. We'll start with Any Zoom members of the public?
Mayor, we have one on Zoom. Ms. Agers, can you hear us?
Amy,
Ms.
can you unmute, please?
you un-
Okay,
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead, please.
Sorry, a little technical difficulty there. My name's Jamie Agers, 7730 McHenry Avenue, Modesto, outside the city of Riverbank, within the project area of the proposed Riverwalk project. You've heard from me many times over the past 2.5 years. My concern is that the project would be constructed on prime ag land. But tonight, what I want to share with you is that the signature gathering for our Urban Limit Initiative is going very well. We have to conclude it before Christmas, and we expect to conclude it well ahead of that time. And so very soon we should be making an appointment with the city clerk to turn in the petitions to qualify us for the November 2024 ballot. Thank you.
thank you. No other Zoom? Anyone from the public here wishing to speak?
And Mayor O'Brien. My name is Vicki Holt and I'm the branch manager at the Riverbank Library. I have a few items, activities that are happening this month. Next Tuesday, we're having a Halloween party at the library at 3:30. The kids are encouraged to come in costume. We will all be in costume as well. We're doing a cupcake walk, like musical chairs with they'll win a cupcake. The kids are going to make slime and 2 different Tootsie Pop crafts. They're going to make a spider and a pumpkin. And it should be a lot of fun. And we also are giving out candy. Also, for the rest of October, we have a big candy jar displayed at the front desk. So they can guess how many candies are in the jar. And the person that gets closest without going over will win the whole jar of candy on Halloween. Story time continues until the end of November on Tuesdays at 11 o'clock, and Mayor O'Brien is scheduled to come November 14th at 11:30, right after my story time. So Saturday, November 4th at 2 p.m., the Master Gardeners will hold a class on growing backyard fruit trees. So if you have a space issue, come by and learn about fruit bush method. They will teach all about deciduous trees, but not citrus, which are evergreen. On Tuesday, November 7th at 4 p.m., we're having a thankful turkey craft. They're going to make colorful turkeys out of paper. And then we are making a thankful wreath so the kids can write down what they're thankful for. The book club is meeting November 28th at 4 p.m. to discuss the book, The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks by Rebecca Skloot. I hope I'm saying that right. We have a few extra copies of the book at the library. So if you want to join us, you can come by and get a book and come to our meeting. All these programs are at the library are free. And it is because of the 1/8 of a cent dedicated sales tax that we're able to provide these. I also want to thank the Friends of the Riverbank Library because they provide a lot of our craft materials. So thank you very much, and please come by and see us.
No other public comment. We'll move on to the consent calendar. Consisting of 9-1 waive readings, 9-2 approval of the City Council and Local Redevelopment Authority Board minutes for October 10th, 2023. Item 9-3, resolution to award bid for the dry well rehabilitation projects to United Pavement Maintenance, Inc., and authorize execution of future change orders. Item 9-4, resolution to award bid for Storm Basin Ramp Repair Project to Ross F. Carroll, Inc., and authorize execution of future change orders. Is there anyone wishing to pull or comment on any of the items? Do I have a recommendation?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent calendar as stated.
We have a motion to approve and a second for the consent calendar. Roll call.
Councilmember Uribe,
Yes.
Councilmember Jones Cruz,
Yes.
Councilmember Barbara Martinez,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Hernandez, Mayor O'Brien,
Yes.
motion passes 5-0.
Item 11.1, resolution to adopt a 5-year capital improvement plan CIP for fiscal year 2023 through 2028.
Mayor and Council, Kathleen Cleek, our Development Services Administration Manager, will be providing the staff report on this item.
Good evening, Mayor and members of the council. Tonight, we're bringing to you our 5-year CIP. So the CIP is not a budget document, but rather a planning tool to be used in conjunction with the budget. It is a work in progress document to show transparency in the project staff is currently managing, planning, and researching funding sources. Each project requires a specific implementation and financing plan, possible environmental review, and at times collaboration with other agencies such as Caltrans and BNSF. So just going to briefly go over the 23-24 projects. Some of them have already been constructed, some are in construction right now, and some will be started in the spring. So we have our Roselle Avenue sidewalk project that we completed. Castleberg Park Trail. 3rd Street parking lot. Pavement restoration project, and this project is almost finished. We're waiting for the striping, the green striping on Roselle. The contractor is going to be doing that the first part of November. Riverbank police fencing. We're looking at submittals right now, so that project is underway. The Sierra House, which is coming along great, and it looks awesome. And I know you have a ribbon cutting coming up on the 6th. Topeka Street overlay is under construction right now. This is also including ADA over by the convalescent hospital. We're putting in sidewalks, so there'll be ADA access. It'll be nicer. Relatives or family can take them out in the wheelchair, and they'll have access to the outside areas. Storm outfall ramp repair. And we awarded tonight the drywell rehabilitation project, which will be over on Palmer and Sierra off of Patterson. And then our 7th Street outfall repair project is underway. For the spring of 2024, we're still waiting for AT&T to move some of their lines. So the Oakdale Road Improvement Project will begin in the spring. Clarabelle Road Overlay Project. This is a joint project with the county. This will also be a spring 2024 project. Patterson Road Sidewalks is another spring. These will be bid in the winter so that we're ready to start early spring. Upcoming street projects program for 24-25. So this will be summer of 24 and in the fall. We have Crossroads Elementary School. We have 2 raised crosswalks at Prospectors Parkway, one at Novi and Prospectors and one at Sutter Mill and Prospectors. Roselle and South Rosebrook intersection improvements. School bus stops there. We have a lot of kids and parents that cross. And it's a very large intersection, so we're trying to enhance that with some crosswalks and striping to make it a lot safer. Oakdale Road overlay from Silver Rock to Patterson Road. And then we have our Calendar Avenue project that we've been working on, and it's pretty much done except for one parcel that we're having issues with. We've brought a expert on right-of-way on to help us with that last parcel. We're hoping to have this in fall of 2024 ready to go. signal at Roselle and Patterson. We're still working with the railroad on changes that they've requested. We were having trouble finding another traffic engineer. They've been really hard to come by, and we finally have one on board to do the additional work that they're asking for. So we are hoping, keeping our fingers crossed that this will also go in the fall of 2024. And we have Roselle Avenue pedestrian access over the MID Canal. We're working with MID on this project. And then a Patterson Road overlay from Claus to Snedeker. So tonight, I'm just recommending that the city adopt the 5-year capital improvement plan for 2023 to 2028. I'm here to answer any questions.
I have a couple questions. Okay, so concern about First Street and the railroad crossing, have we talked about that at all?
For the railroad crossing at Roselle and First?
No, at First. Isn't that First Street? Patterson.
Patterson and Roselle? Patterson and First, trying to think of.
Yeah,
Right,
can you make a left? That's First Street.
Riverbank Automotive.
Right,
okay,
right.
okay, okay.
So it's just that we need a different kind of railroad crossing there because it's dangerous.
Across Patterson there.
It's still
Maybe
across
I'm-
First Street, right? You guys know what I'm talking about?
Okay, you're talking, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you want some railroad, some improvements as far as crossing,
The railroad crossing.
railroad crossing, okay.
Right. And
Okay.
then Novi and Homewood. I think we need somebody take a look at the crosswalk. Maybe add an additional flashing light. We
Okay,
did put one in on Squire Wells and Novi, but the concern I have is that it's great right there at what was the street? Squire Wells.
Mhm.
But the students are walking all the way up from, all the way up Novi to the school, because it's a direct street right through
Right.
to the school. So just another one if we can afford that.
Okay.
Or maybe just put it in the plan.
okay,
Thank you.
definitely.
I just had a quick question about the clause in Snedeker.
Yes,
Can you go back to the slide? Is it done? Is it expected to be done? I haven't been out there in a while.
Claus and Snedeker.
Slide back. Is it finished up?
Claus and Snedeker. That's the, we're going to do railroad crossing improvements and a signal. So we're working on the plans for that right now. It hasn't been started, no. No, we're also working on some funding. I'm planning on submitting a CMAQ application and hopefully get some additional money. So we're not using all of our system development fee monies for that project. And the call for projects is going to be in December.
Just a couple of recommendations as we're looking for fundings that you have TBD and et cetera. For Jacob Myers Park, the county agrees that it is a regional park and they have PFFs that we pay into that. We may need to sit down and talk to them about it, and I'll take that on and get together with Public Works. Some of the other areas too. For the dog parks at Hetch Hetchy,
Yes,
we have permission.
no,
So
that's just a vision that Sue
It's a
had.
project we broached quite a few years
It
ago
was.
with Hetch Hetchy, and at that point in time, they were not really, they were very reluctant to let us use the space. There wasn't a lot of improvements. We were going to recommend that area, try to leave it as natural as possible because, its intended use is just the right of way for the easement for Hetch Hetchy. So
okay.
well, we hope we can rekindle those conversations and that they're more open. But like I mentioned, it wasn't going to be a lot of improvements that we had been planning.
Any public comments on Zoom?
Mayor, we have one on Zoom.
Go ahead. Hello?
Hi, can you hear us?
Any public comment from here?
Hi, can you hear us? They're not unmuting.
Okay, thank you. Then we'll just continue on. All right, I bring that back to the council for consideration.
I'd like to make a motion that we accept this item 11.1 as stated.
I'll second it.
We have a motion to approve in a second on item 11.1. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Uribe,
Yes.
Councilmember Jones Cruz,
Yes.
Councilmember Barbara Martinez,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Hernandez,
Yes.
Mayor O'Brien.
Yes,
Motion passes 5-0.
staff comments.
There are no staff comments for tonight. Thank you.
Right. Council comments, Council Member Leanne Jones Cruz.
I just want to wish everyone a safe and happy Halloween. It's next couple weeks.
You. Council Member Uribe.
No comments tonight, Mayor. Thank you.
You know, I always got comments. Anyway, so lights on at California Avenue. We had about 400 students that attended. It was extremely well attended. And I think everyone there had a grand time. Central Valley Community Resources assisted the students with decorating mini pumpkins. The haunted hayride was a scary and successful event, but it was lots of fun too. The Veterans Luncheon is hosted by Royal Neighbors, will be on Saturday, November the 4th. Coffee with a Cop, this last one was at Target. I think it was very well attended and appreciated. And then I want to say a special thank you to all our veterans and service members that are on active duty. Thank you.
Thank you. Vice Mayor.
Similarly, I stopped by the Lights Out event. It was a lot of fun, and I'll have to agree with that. Lots of students there and the parents too at the school. But and then this morning I stopped by RLA, Riverbank Language Academy, and helped judge their Red Ribbon Week door contest. It was a lot of fun too. I mean, it was really hard not giving everyone the full scores for all the effort, but I was there this morning, and that's it.
Thank you. I want to commend the chief on your efforts for getting the retailers together and trying to calm down the retail theft that are organized in our shopping center. Look forward to the next events. And I believe we should expand that to as many retailers as we can. Although it's not in a direct network, but I'm sure we could have satellites of it. Other than that, I have no other comments. At this time, our next regular city council meeting will be held Tuesday, November 14th at 2023 at 6 p.m. This meeting is adjourned. Dang that.